of this body of information, this process, this group thing. But I am not the creator of your business. You are. And the real essence of what we do in the 12 months we're together in this program, the average person's in here almost 2 years because they repeat the process. But what we do in that period of time is we get our energies together and find out, oh, God, in your business, you've got the same issue she's got in her business. Y'all are very different businesses, but as we address some topic here, you both have an aha, and you say something, and it transforms her business because she never saw it from that perspective. Even the issue's the same, but the industries are different or whatever. And when we address those energies in some sort of a shared environment, wisdom shows up. And so while I say I'm the creator of this program, it's really a process in which we co-create every time we get together. And for those of you who don't know, we get together not only here physically for a 3-hour workshop once a month, addressing each of these individual topics one a month, but we also encourage you to pair up into a buddy coach arrangement. Those of you who are members of the group get to have another member of the group as a buddy coach, and then y'all touch base typically once a week by phone to do some things. It's a simple process. We tell you how to do that. There's laser coaching that occurs. Those of you who are longtime members now have a change in that you won't be calling me for laser coaching anymore. You'll be calling Mark and Tina for laser coaching. But the issue is private coaching, where you can zoom in on an issue for you and very quickly get some feedback and some insight and aha about, oh yeah, I don't have to, which is what I say the essence of coaching is about. It's the aha business. It's that instantaneous dropping of something and picking up of something else, or shifting from one view to another, that is unexplainable in logic. It is a flash of insight thing. And so for the 22 years I've been a coach, by the way, Monday was my 22nd anniversary of, that was January, oh thank you, oh thank you. But it was January, hi darling, it was January the 5th of 1987 that a guy said, my business is stuck. My employees aren't happy, my market's changing, revenues are flat, and I don't have a plan for my business, and you know about that planning stuff. Come over here and help me make a plan. Okay? The classic consultant in that era, you would hire because they had the solution for you. You wouldn't hire a consultant if you didn't believe they had the answer. So the classic consultant would go in the door, listen for a bit, and then start telling you what to do and what to not do. Well, I didn't know his business or his industry as well as he did, so I couldn't do the classic consulting role. But I did know some questions to ask. Well, how about this? Well, why is that so? Well, what are you doing about here? Well, let's see. And so what would you like? Oh, that number sounds like about 10% of the market. Why would any one company be able to get 10% of the market when nobody ever got more than 1% before? I guess not. Okay. Well, and so I did that outside dumb guy view of his world, and then very quickly he started getting clear pictures of how to move strategically from where he was to where he wanted to be. First he got clear on where he was, which he hadn't gotten clear on before by himself, so enmeshed in the stuff. Then he got real clear on what he really wanted, other than round terms like $1 million. You know, everybody, we seem to be genetically predisposed, in at least this country, that $1 million somehow will solve things. So nobody ever really talks about whether it's $1 million they want to have, $1 million they want to receive, or whatever. But $1 million flows out of the mouth. So beyond that, we got him clear on what he really wanted. And when he got clear on where he was and where he really wanted to be, then he created strategies because he knew his business and industry. And within that, he created tactical things to do. And so we'd meet periodically and, oh, how's that? How's that? And his business doubled in 100 days. And he thought that was pretty cool. And so he told somebody, so I went and worked with them. Who told somebody, and I went and worked with them. So I did what we now call coaching for 3 years, nights and weekends, for free. just thinking I had found the world's greatest hobby, because I don't like tactical things. I master tactical things quickly, and as soon as I master it, I get bored. And then I don't want to do it anymore. Well, this way I could meet with people, help them think strategically, help them have ahas, help them identify tactical things, and then I left, and they had to do them. And then I came back, which they were well geared to do, by the way, because people like doing things. And then I'd come back later and say, how'd it go? And I didn't have any homework to do, didn't have any reports to file. I just got to play with people. I thought, this is fun. So after doing that for 3 years, I said, I think there's a pony under here somewhere. And so I hung up my shingle, and I have been a coach ever since. 5 years ago, I knew that there was something else that I wasn't doing that was possible to help folks. And that was my private coaching fee had continued to increase, and I was pricing myself out of the market for a lot of folks. And I knew there was something about this group energy that was important, that's missing in a one-on-one telephone-based coaching relationship. And I've got clients from Switzerland and France and Malaysia and Canada and Mexico, and I mean literally everywhere. The sun's in a different place when we coach relative to them versus me, but when you got your phone, you got your coach. And that one-on-one relationship is very powerful. But I knew there was something else about a group energy that would be possible. So 5 years ago, Pam and I sat in our then living room. Was that? Yeah, that was still, we were at the lake by the end. And I put a flip chart, drew a circle, and just slashed it into pie things. And said, okay, if we were going to do this, what are some things that I now know after all these years that small business owners need to pay attention to? Well, goal setting. Okay, there's one. I got to know something about selling. Got to know something about... Ended up with 12 topics. Started to call it the 12-step program to business success, but decided that was really not a clever idea. And it evolved a little bit over the first year or so. But the bottom line is, those of you who are brand new today, what we do is I tell people, look down that list. Is there any topic that you believe is unnecessary for the successful execution of a small business or professional practice? Tell me which one to throw away. And everybody looks at it, and I'm not going to do that to you, but I'm telling you that folks look at it and they go, no, I think you need to know about all those. I say, great. How many of these were you really aware of and paying attention to before I put the list in front of you? And typically it's about 9 out of the 12. There are about 3 of them that go, well, I never really thought about that, but boy, now that you put it, yeah, problem solving, a skill set of knowing how to quickly and easily identify, classify, and then solve problems. Yeah, I kind of do it, but I never thought about it as a subject. So typically about 9 out of the 12 people said, yeah, I'm doing something about those, but nothing about... Okay, and out of those remaining 9, how many of those do you feel you have mastered? And the answer was typically about 6 out of the 9. And that they were aware of and doing something about the other 3, but didn't feel they had mastered them. I said, okay, so you're telling me that 12 topics, all of these, look useful for the successful development and management and profitability of a small business. Yeah. And you've mastered about 6 of them. Yeah. Want to join us? There's usually a very short sales conversation at that point, because people realize that there's no shame in not knowing something. And they also realize that if they're not getting everything that they want in their business and in their personal life, it may just be because there's something they don't know. So if we could come together with a group of folks who are all agreeing, you know, I don't know everything. And some of the things I know aren't true. And some of the things thank you. Yeah, that's very good. And some of the things that I'm doing, I'm really not doing at a high level. So if I'd have a way to easily, at a low price point, be able to come in and wallow in these topics, my business would probably get better. Yeah, come join us. And that happened.